Welcome back to the Creative Business Mindset Podcast. I am your host, Jane Bellante. So today's conversation is not about strategy. It's not about mindset tricks. It's about something deeper and something that touches the root of your creative business and your life. So this episode is for the part of you that knows you've outgrown something, but you're still hanging on to those old patterns. It's the part that's been carrying outdated beliefs and invisible expectations, the part that's ready not for a new plan, but for a new version of you. So, we are talking about self-belief, identity transformation, and the process of actually letting go so you can truly rise. Because before something new can come alive, something old has to be released. So, let's get into it. Welcome to the Creative Business Mindset Podcast, the show where creativity meets strategy and mindset meets success. I'm Jane Bellante, artist, coach, and creative entrepreneur, here to help you break free from self-doubt, clear limiting beliefs, and build a business that aligns with who you truly are. Each week, we dive into the mindset shifts, visibility strategies, and creative breakthroughs that help you turn your passion into a thriving business without burnout, overthinking, or perfectionism holding you back. If you're ready to step into your power, create with confidence, and grow a business you love, you're in the right place. Let's dive in. You could be with me live in the Limitless Creators Hub, my free Facebook group, every Monday at 10 a.m. Central Time. Or you might be watching the replay on YouTube or listening on Apple or Spotify. Wherever you're at, I'm super, super glad that you are here. Every one of us carries an energetic anchor, and they are not always obvious. So they kind of sound like you saying, oh, I've always been this way, or this isn't in the cards for me, or something like abundance or success is available for others, but it's not available for me. Is that resonating with you at all? Because that's a thing, right? That's a thing. And these actually, we repeat them so many times over and over and over. These actually become facts in our nervous system, even when they're just inherited from somebody else. Like, we say them over and over and over, and they aren't necessarily even true. So you might be taking big action in your business, like posting, launching big things, showing your art, creating it. But underneath it all is a hum of self-doubt. And it's this voice asking, am I worthy enough to do this? Who am I to do this? Is this for me? So the truth is, your strategy for your business, it's not off. It's literally the identity that the strategy is built on. Because you're trying to create a new future for yourself with beliefs that belong to the past. And you can't hang on to those beliefs anymore if you want to move forward and create the business that you want to have. So I want to talk about releasing, and like really releasing, not just the let it go kind, that floats around Facebook or Instagram. Just let it go, right? I'm talking about looking at the old energy that's kept you safe, the people-pleasing energy, the over-delivering energy, the hiding your real voice, and actually saying to it, okay, you got me this far, but you're not coming with me, and you can't come with me if we want to build what we want to build, because that is identity level growth. And it's not about burning everything down. It's just consciously discarding the roles, the habits, the beliefs that no longer serve who you're becoming. Because you've heard me talk about the law of deliberate creation. And we are deliberately creating whether we know it or not. So we actually have to bring that into our conscious mind to make conscious new habits and to consciously, deliberately create what we want and to consciously and deliberately discard those old roles, those old habits that keep you spinning, that keep you guessing, that tell you you're not good enough, that keep you in a gross feeling of anxiety and fear and anger and all of the things. Because these cannot come with you if you want to build the business that you want. If you're always second guessing yourself, if you're always telling yourself you're not good enough, guess what comes back? The very same things. Hey, so we have Pam and Lonnie and Audrey and Jocelyn with me live right now. I'm so excited that you're here. So this isn't like personal development, it's just truth. If you ask yourself these 3 questions and just let yourself, allow yourself to get the answers, this is the doorway, okay? So here are 3 questions, and you can write these down. I'll pause in between. If you're driving, don't try to write. So ask yourself this first question: where am I still creating from fear or approval seeking? Because that's a big one. Where am I still creating from fear or approval seeking? Because if we are externally searching for worth, we're never going to get it. So where am I still creating from fear or approval seeking? You can put your answer in the comments if you want, if you're here live with me. Question 2, what am I pretending not to know about what I'm really capable of? What am I pretending not to know about what I'm really capable of? What do you know you're capable of, but you're pretending that you're not? Because that's hiding, right? And that's sitting in fear. And here's a big one. And I noticed this in a lot of the coaching clients that I work with is permission. We're waiting for permission. We're waiting for external permission. So what would I shift if I stopped waiting for permission? Because guess what? We can give ourselves permission. It's crazy, right? It's crazy. So the 3 questions again: where am I still creating from fear or approval seeking? What am I pretending not to know about what I'm really capable of? And what would shift if I stopped waiting for permission? What if you actually gave yourself permission? So let's let the answers to this come up. Be honest with yourself. And you know me, especially if you're into any of my training programs, I tell you to be brutally honest with yourself. Otherwise, why are you doing it? Right? Let it be uncomfortable, because that is the doorway that you need to open and walk through. So let's talk about metamorphosis for a minute, and let's use, the traditional metamorphosis symbol of butterfly, because there is a point in the life cycle of a caterpillar where it actually dissolves fully, it fully dissolves, not partially. So inside the chrysalis, it becomes something unrecognizable. It completely breaks itself down before it reforms as something new. It literally turns into goo. Actual goo. And I'm not saying this to be a cute metaphor. It is actually the reality of growth. We all want the wings, but most of us, I'd say probably 99.99% of us, resist the goo. What if you stopped avoiding that moment of letting yourself dissolve, letting go of all the BS that you know is BS, but yet you continue to hang on to it, and let yourself dissolve? so that you can build yourself back into something new? What if you trusted that your business, your creativity, your next level all require you to let part of your old self die off? Because this is how evolution works. It's not through adding more things, it's actual transformation. It is allowing yourself to dissolve your old self, all these old patterns that you're hanging on to for dear life. And it's keeping you in fight or flight all the time. So think about this. You don't actually add the wings to fly onto your back. You become something that already has them. So let's go deeper. We've been conditioned to believe that we can believe it when we see it. Belief comes after evidence. Confidence comes after we have success. But real transformation actually asks the complete opposite of you. You must decide before it makes sense. You must believe before it's logical. You must walk as the version of yourself who already has what you say you want, not just thinking about her in some future that will never exist. And it will never exist because you're just thinking about it, right? Instead of becoming it. So here are 3 things that you can say. Write this down. Say it with me. I am already in my mind where I wish to be. I am already in my mind where I wish to be. Or how about this one is so good. I am no longer available for false identities. I am no longer available for false identities. And that's pretty strong and powerful because you are literally claiming that you're done with this. I am no longer available for this. Or how about I allow myself to release the noise and return to truth? Because that immediately disrupts the thought that you're having and says, you know what? I'm so sick of this. This is noise. I want to return to the truth. And this is not just like mindset work. It's actually self-honoring. So when you do this, it's this interruption of the pattern. Everything starts to change. How you show up, how you sell, how you speak, and how people respond to you. And how people respond to you, that's your customer, right? And we want your customer to pay you money. Otherwise, why do we have a business, right? So y'all are quiet here. The people that are live with me, you're pretty quiet. I want you to put in the comments if this is resonating with you or if you just had an aha moment, throw it in. Let's dive in deep here. Because integrity, it's not a productivity tool. It's not just do what you say you'll do. We've talked about self-integrity before, and I dig deep into it in my 6-month course called Ignite. But self-integrity means that your actions reflect your identity, not your fear. So when you say you want freedom, but you fill your schedule with tons of obligation, you're out of integrity. When you say you want connection, but you hide your real self to stay safe, you're out of integrity. And this doesn't mean that you're wrong. It means you're ready to reclaim your authority, to listen to the voice in your head, because that is intuition. You are more than what you have been taught to believe. And even if that's you teaching yourself, you're more than the person that shrinks to fit. You get to become the version of you who honors her truth, who takes aligned action, and who shows up before it's perfect. So who's here? I'm not seeing any comments. Let's go. Let's dive in. I want to know if this is resonating with you, and I want to know if you are ready for this metamorphosis, if you are ready for this change, if you are ready to stop hanging on to your BS that's in your brain, that's keeping you in that hamster wheel pattern, that's keeping you, clinging to your stories. I want to know. I want to feel it. Pam says, I've always felt like I was meant to do something special, but fight with allowing it. I love that because that is what we do. That is what we do. And, there comes a point when a reflection like this has to actually become a decision. And so we can uncover it, we can release it, and we think that we're allowing space for it to go, but yet it continues to repeat itself over and over and over. So at some point, we actually have to consciously choose. We have to say, well, this is who I am now. That's who I was before. And that's something that I will say all the time when my BS comes up. I'll say, nah, you know what, Jane, this is who I used to be. This isn't who I am anymore. This is an old pattern. I don't believe this anymore. I will talk myself right out of it. So we're saying, this is who I am now. This is how I lead now. This is what I value now. This is what I'm available for moving forward from today on. Belief before it's logical, Audrey says. I've clung to logic over my intuition like it's a life raft. And really, it's an albatross drowning me. Dude, yes. We are choking ourselves. We're choking ourselves. And all it is it's a negative, repetitive thought pattern. It's just a thought pattern that we freaking cling to, like Audrey just said, like it's a life raft. And that's actually the thing that is taking us down. Hey, Kim. It's actually the thing taking us down. I mean, that is so freaking profound. Becoming is not passive. It's a conscious authorship of self. And let's think of that word authorship. You are the creator of your own story. And if you can understand that you get to create your life, how will you create it? Are you going to cling to the old shit that makes you feel crummy and crappy? Or are you going to write yourself a new story? The story of your intuition, the story of who you actually are underneath all of the noise. You don't just wait for your next level to show up. You generate it. So go back and listen to the episode on deliberate creation to understand this better if you didn't listen to that one or if you need a refresh. But we choose with our presence, with our focus, with our beliefs. Do we want to believe that we are unworthy? Do we want to believe that we aren't strong enough? Do we want to believe that we aren't a good enough business owner? That we're not smart? Did I say this already? Not smart enough, not good enough, whatever. Do we want to believe that? Because this is where not only your creative business, but your life, it shifts from effort to embodiment. When you know who you are, the decisions get easier, but you have to choose. Are you clinging to it like it's a life raft, like Audrey said? Or are you like releasing it? Think of yourself, I talked about imagination a couple episodes ago. Like think of yourself hanging onto a balloon string and just letting it go. What if it was that easy? Because it can be if we're not clinging to it like it's a life raft. We don't have to chase different strategies. We don't have to shift to fit in. And that's what I was doing for years. Like, oh, now I'm going to do this. Now I'm going to do this. Oh, that people are liking this. Now I'm going to do this. And I always felt horrible. Felt like I was choking. Anxiety, stress, like feeling like garbage. But knowing deep down inside that this is where I should be. I've started this business. Why isn't it easy? And it really is leading from the inside out. It's not about fake it till you make it. It's about the intuition that's telling you who you really are, but you won't let yourself be. Does your work reflect what you actually believe? Does your marketing reflect your truth, or is it reflecting fear of rejection? And maybe that's like a lack of marketing completely because you're afraid that no one's going to like you, that no one's going to join, that all the stuff, right? Are you building a business that feels like you? Or are you building a business that pleases an invisible algorithm that keeps you spinning in the wheel of nobody's seeing me, nobody's, nobody's liking my stuff? Like, are you trying to please that? Or is your business feeling like you? Audrey says, it creates such dread and sadness. I'm so done with that. Right. And understand that you are creating dread and sadness. You're doing it. That's the thing that's like the slap in the face. You're doing it. We do it to ourselves. We choose to take ourselves into the black hole or not. Like, why would we choose that? Law of deliberate creation. What are we creating for ourselves? We don't need another plan. We just need a commitment to becoming who we know we already are anyways. Because everything in your life, everything in your business will actually rise to meet you, but it only rises to meet you at the identity that you're holding. So if Audrey is saying, dread and sadness, that's the identity she's holding, dread and sadness. And other people can see that in your energy too. So if you're wondering why you're not getting sales or you're not getting the sales that you want, it's because people can read your energy, even if they don't know that they're doing that. It's like it's a forcing away, pushing everyone else away. Why inside? Oh, because I'm leading with dread and sadness. I was leading from I'm not enough. That's my pattern. That keeps coming back to this day. So I want to invite you to sit with a couple of questions. And these are journaling prompts, but really I want you to think of them more as like a turning point in your life, in your business. The first one is, what part of me is still anchoring itself to the past? What part of me is still anchoring itself to the past? What part of me is still anchoring itself to the past? And the second one is, what belief am I ready to release, even if it's keeping me safe? What belief am I ready to release, even if it's keeping me safe? And remember that keeping me safe part, is generally false. And if you just let yourself get past that, everything will open up, right? What belief am I ready to release, even if it kept me safe? Who do I need to become to have the experience I say I want? Who do I need to become to have the experience I say I want? And remember, this is not a fake it until we make it. It's using our intuition to understand who we really are and letting ourselves be that. Who do I need to become to have the experience I say I want? And what am I taking with me? And what will I finally let myself discard? What am I taking with me? And what am I finally letting myself discard? So let yourself answer these questions with truth, because beliefs, they're not something that you earn. They're something that you literally choose, even if you don't know that you chose them. Right? It's unconscious. And your evolution begins the minute you stop negotiating with what you already know. The wings are inside of you. You're not becoming, you're just remembering. Because why? Because you're 100% possible 100% of the time, right? And so I want to tell you, I have 2 new amazing AI tools for you to use in your business that are only $11 each, that are really, really cool. So the first one is the Brand Clarity Coach for creatives, and this is so neat. So you do need a free ChatGPT account. So you can just go to chatgpt.com, and then once you purchase this, you get the link, you click it, it'll open right up for you. And what this is it's a brand clarity coach that helps you figure out who you are in your business. It helps you define the person that you're here to help, and it helps you start speaking that truth in words that attract the right people. So it's like a private messaging strategist. It's so cool. It gets you clear on your brand without second guessing. So that is the Brand Clarity Coach, and this is in these links are in the pinned comment, but I'm not seeing it, so I'm going to just try to redo it. And then the second one is the social media bio and SEO coach. It's a magnetic messaging strategist. Oh, by the way, these are only $11 a piece. So they're really super cool. The magnetic messaging strategist will help you write your bios for all of your social media. So it's just tweaked a little bit for each platform, because each platform gives you, more characters or less characters, whatever. It gives you instant support, helps you build a call to action if you have a call to action to help you, get people on your email list, whatever. It has built-in brand clarity questions, and it's like a messaging strategist in your pocket. So it helps you with SEO. That helps people search you. It's an organic search. And it gives you guided prompts to reflect on who you are, clarity questions, support in crafting your name field, your handles, and then instant drafts. And again, it's only $11. So I want you to check those out. It's really, really cool and really helpful. I've had some people testing them. Kim says it's pretty awesome. It is. It's really cool. They both are. So the Brand Clarity Coach, and then the Social Media and Bio SEO Coach, 2 $11 tools that will instantly transform your creative business. So the links are in live right now with me, and I'll make sure that they are in the show notes for Apple, Spotify, and YouTube, so that you can click them and get instant clarity either on your brand or your social media bios and your SEO wording, hashtags, all the things that you need to be searchable and attract the clients that are here for you. So again, I want to thank you so much for being here, and I will see you again on Wednesday for another episode of the Creative Business Mindset Podcast. Don't forget that you can be here live with me every single Monday at 10 Central in the Limitless Creators Hub, and I want to just wish you the most wonderful week, and I will see you soon.